Hi there, my name is Michael Subielka, and I'm a professor in the Department of Italian and also in the Department of Comparative Literature. And that's not where I am right now, as you can see, like all of my colleagues right now, because of the safety precautions that we're taking because of the COVID-19 outbreak. I'm coming to you from my house, but I figured who wants to see my drab old house when you can see this beautiful scene from Bologna. This is the Church of San Luca on a hilltop outside of the town of Bologna in Italy. And actually, I thought it was a really good backdrop to choose because one of the sort of most important experiences for me when I was an undergraduate studying Italian was the time that I spent abroad. I spent a year at the University of Bologna, and it was just a transformative experience that really shaped my life in so many different ways. So I thought it would be something good to talk to you guys about too, just as we're talking a little bit about the Italian program and what I think makes it so interesting and exciting. One of the things that's so great is the power that it can have to be transformative, because you're not only learning a language, but you're learning a whole new culture, a whole new way of life in a lot of respects. And that's giving you access to all sorts of things that you just really wouldn't ever consider or understand before that. It also changed kind of the way that I saw my own outlook on life, I think. And so that was a real opportunity. And it's one of the things I always recommend to my students when I talk to them who come to me to talk about advising things or whatever else, is to study abroad, because it is really a life-changing experience, and it's an amazing opportunity, and you just get so much out of it. That being said, it's by no means the only thing that I think an Italian degree has to offer. In fact, one of the things that I thought was exciting about studying abroad in Italy was that it gave me an opportunity to appreciate at a kind of deeper and more interesting level all of the literary and artistic texts that we had a chance to look at, right? And Italy has been such a fundamentally important country in the history of Western and world culture in so many ways, right? From the Italian Renaissance, which is famous for its artists like Michelangelo, for example, all the way into the medieval period before that, with one of the most famous authors in the history of Western literature, Dante Alighieri, and then all the way up into the present and the moment that we've kind of lived through today, where we have Italy at the forefront of the crisis of migration that's happening, and the refugee crisis, with people coming into Europe from across the Mediterranean Sea. All of those things have just made a fundamental impact, and they've been a way in which Italy is at the center of so much of the sort of really interesting and important developments in Western culture. And that's one of the many reasons that I think is a really valuable thing for people to study. I actually teach classes on modern Italian literature and philosophy and thought. My favorite classes to teach actually are classes that deal with theater, because I have a background in theater myself from when I was younger. I actually have also produced some plays in a previous job that I had before coming here to Davis. I just find theater really interesting and engaging. And the students that I've worked with have tended to love learning about Italian literature and culture through the theater as well. So I love to teach on a particular playwright who won the Nobel Prize in 1934, so sort of the modern period of the early 20th century, named Luigi Pirandello. And he wrote some really just fascinating plays that changed the way that people across Europe and across the world thought about what the theater could do. And I love working with students on those. We read the plays, we learn about the history, but we also get a chance to kind of do some like mini acting in class and things like that as well. And one of the things that I think is really great about the program that comes out of that also is that we have sort of small classes where students get to really interact with each other and learn from each other, and also to interact with me as a professor, and I get to learn together with them in ways, which is really enriching as well. So I've had a really great experience teaching that class, but also many other classes here at Davis. And I also enjoy getting the chance to talk with students about their background, what they're doing, where they're going, which I get to do as the faculty advisor in Italian as well. So there are a lot of really rich things here. I know this is just a little short video just to introduce myself and to introduce a little bit of my experience in the department. But I wanted to mention those things and to really encourage you guys to think about Italian, and to please reach out to me if you want to talk more or have any questions or thoughts or anything else. Hope to see you soon, and in the meantime, enjoy the beautiful sights of Bologna.